Hi, it's Cheryl. Welcome to Homeward Studio. For today's video, I have 3 thrift flips to share with you, and they are all spring inspired. Today's video is part of a collaboration called Thrifted Thursday, and I will share more details about that later. But first, let's just go make something over. Number 1. Okay, here's what it looked like before. I thrifted this about, let's see, it was in 2022, so it was 4 years ago. So this was pretty dirty, it was pretty beat up, missing some pieces, and yeah, some pieces were stuck, and yeah, I had to do a lot of stuff to this. It was cute probably in its day, but there were some cracks, and yeah. So I actually filmed this about 4 years ago and I just found it going through deleting some videos, and I'm like, whatever happened to that? And I went in my craft room and I found it, and I'm like, I'm finishing it because this is pretty cool. So what I did is I took it all apart, cleaned it up, and now I'm painting the whole entire box here black. Matter of fact, I paint all the pieces black because what I was going to do is make this a black and white piece, and you know, just distress, paint white over the top and then distress it. But I had a better idea 4 years later. So let me show you what I do. And here I'm just showing you painting. I'm painting the black over it. But I would have had to paint it white anyway, and then it's easier sometimes just to paint black over colors, especially red, and then go over the black with the white. It would take too many coats of white. Sometimes when you're painting black over something, you only have to do 2 coats of white. I hope that makes sense because, you know, the red bleeds through. So this is what I'm doing, and I thought at this point I was pretty much all done. I had to just find another dowel rod and, I don't know, put the pieces back together. And I don't know why I didn't finish this because I love this piece. It's so pretty. But anyway, here I'm showing you I had to find another dowel rod that was similar. And then I just painted that in white, and I had to sand it off. And now I have this Deco Art acrylic paint, and it is just in the color tan, just tan. And I thought that was too dark because the paper, I'm going to use some napkins for the tulips. And I wanted this just to almost be like a tan wash. So I added in some white chalk paint to it just to make it brighter. And I wanted it tan. I didn't want it, you know, a cream color. I wanted there to be a little bit of, you know, the tan color in it. So I watered it down really well too, just kind of almost like a stain. And then now while that's drying, I have some Mod Podge, and this is where, you know, I changed everything up. Oh, I painted all the leaves and all this, the stems and the little dowel rods there. I painted them all in tan, but it was just a quick, light, watered down coat. So now I have these beautiful napkins, and they are from Home Goods. And I took the plies off. It was a 3-ply, so I removed the other 2 plies, and then now I am just going to cut out little teeny flowers, and I'm going to Mod Podge them right onto the tulips. And the reason I use that tan color is because if you see the napkins up close, they do have a little bit of that tan color in it, and that's kind of what I was trying to mimic. So anyway, I did this to all of those tulips. I don't know how many there are. Let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, I think. So I did this to all the tulips. I put a big flower on one side, and I put more of a viney flower on the other side. So each one of them had a big flower, and so you can turn them around and mix and, you know, play with them any way you want. So that's kind of why I did that. You can make them more viney or more big and bold flowers, or half and half is what I did. And now what I'm doing after all this is dry, I have that beige color still mixed up here, and I'm just painting the sides and the top of the tulips. So it drags all of that gold or the beige color in through the tulips and the stem. And now I'm just taking a nail file and I'm just distressing this whole box here. And you guys, I am so happy. I can't believe I looked at when I filmed this. It was in, like I said, 2022, and I just completely forgot about it, and I don't know why. And I am so glad that I finished this project. I mean, do you have projects that you start and don't finish? I do. I really do. And some of them are just not my YouTube crafting things. They are like house projects and stuff. I'll get in the middle of it and then, and then I go into another thing, or maybe I don't know what to do, and I'll start something else. But no, this is the year that I am going to finish all my projects. So anyway, I took this, I put some Mod Podge on it, and I let the Mod Podge dry. And now I have this napkin. I had another napkin. I removed all the plies, as you saw there. And now I'm going to iron it on. And I'm making sure to get the edges really well. And this napkin has a border on it, so I wanted the bottom to have that blue border, but the sides, that was too long for the piece. So now between my little scissors here and my X-Acto blade, it's a very sharp blade, I'm just removing the extra napkin. And now it's time to put these together. I did not hot glue them in, but they need to be hot glued in because they're very wobbly and very loose. And these are the leaves when they come with the shorter dowel rods, and that's kind of what it looks like. And here's what the final project looks like. I did add in some Spanish moss just because I think it needed something more, and I love this piece. I think it is just so pretty. So you probably will not find a piece like this, but be on the lookout for flowers, wood tulips. I know the Dollar Tree has some flowers on, like, they look like popsicle sticks. I have a project coming up with those too, but that's an idea. So here's the before, and here's the after. What do you think about this? Okay, so today's collaboration is called Thrifted Thursday, and it is hosted by my two very sweet friends and very talented women, Joanna from Joanna's DIY Life and Sabrina from Sabrina's Craft-nanigans. Their channel links are posted in my description box below, so you can go check them out. And also, for more thrifty ideas, check out the playlist link that's posted in there as well for all of today's participants, for tons of inspiration and ideas. Okay, this egg I thrifted. Oh, the first piece, the tulips, I think I paid like $2.99 for. This egg, I don't think it was $1.99. It says $1.99. I think I probably got this. And this also, I thrifted this with the tulips. So this was also a 4 years ago. But I thought I could do something special with this egg. And again, I didn't finish it. I think I got burnt out on it. It was very tough, as you can see, trying to pull all these pieces apart. I don't know what kind of glue they used for this, but oh my goodness. So I finally got it all pulled apart, and now I'm just going to take this egg and I'm going to give it a couple good coats of white chalk paint. And I did the inside as well. And the bottom was very wonky and loose, so I hot glued it on really well. And now I have some of this green moss from the Dollar Tree, and I'm just putting a bunch in there in the bottom. Usually what I do when I make my things, I place it first. Maybe I was thinking I would use Spanish moss. I don't know. I place it first, and then if I like it, then I go ahead and make it permanent. And now the base is pretty old looking, so I just put some more moss around the bottom on the outside. And I have this cute little ceramic bunny ornaments from the Dollar Tree. It's I think it's a little like kids project where it comes with paints and stuff. I've had that for a couple years. I threw out the paint and I removed the hanger, and there's a hole in the top of the head. So I'm just going to put a cute little pink bow on top. And there's these carrots from the Dollar Tree. They sell a couple different kinds. These are like little carrot trees. I like them the best. I thought they were a better size and a better color. The other ones that are from the Dollar Tree also are very orange, and I didn't like how orange they were. I probably could have painted them, but that's okay. I used these. I just removed the little tree stand from the bottom, and I glued a couple of them in there. And I have these eggs, and these are from Hobby Lobby. But I know they do sell eggs at the Dollar Tree. And, you know, you're probably not going to find an egg like this either. However, you can take a larger egg from the Dollar Tree and cut it, you know, like the egg is split apart, and then put it on some kind of a base. And you could do this very easily with Dollar Tree pieces. This is just a thrift flip video, and this is just, I try to go to the thrift store and find very inexpensive, not very pretty pieces, because it challenges me to make them into beautiful decor. So yeah, so I just added some eggs down there, and I want to put some flowers. I wanted this piece to be really bright and springy and colorful. So I put some flowers in the back there. I think I threw a flower or two on the inside as well. And I thought that needed something more, so I just made an awareness bow here. You just crisscross it, pull it down in the back. I put a little clip on it to hold it, and I just took a piece of string. This is just string. And then I double knotted that. And I angled the edges of the ribbon or of the bow. And I'm just going to glue it on the back of the egg there. And I think this turned out so stinking cute. Here's the before. I'm sorry it's blurry. I had to take a screenshot of it because it was from 4 years ago. And here's the after. You tell me which one you like better. You probably don't have to because I probably know. Okay, last but not least, number 3. This is probably my favorite piece. I love this. Picked this up from the thrift store. One of my favorite ones called St. Vincent de Paul. It was 99 cents. It's cute, I think, for a kid's room or something. But those are not my colors, and I have a whole bunch of stuff I pulled together for this. I have some chalk paint in the color ink and in the color sheepskin. And I have these little bird nests from Hobby Lobby. They were $3.99 for 4 of them, but I got them 40% off. I have that little bird. I think I got a pack of that from Amazon. And then I have some butterflies from Hobby Lobby or Michael's. The sticker butterflies from the Dollar Tree. Those wood pieces are from the Dollar Tree. A scrap piece of burlap. And I also have some antique wax that I didn't show you that I'm going to use. So I'm just going to pull the sticker off here. I removed the little ribbon. I had to use some glue gun to get the sticker off. And that's okay. I cleaned it really well. And I took this chalk paint, and it's in the color sheepskin. How appropriate, huh? And plaster from Waverly is the same color basically. And I'm going to put, I think I put 3 coats on the cart and then 2 coats on the lamb. So what I wanted to do was still see through the coats of the lamb, so I could tell where the mouth started and where the feet started because they were black on purple, or I think, no, they were purple on white, yeah. But I wanted to paint them black. And when I painted the body of the lamb, it was basically the same color as it started with. I just wanted to give it a fresh coat because it was kind of scuffed up. So yeah, I think already looking better. And now I have the antique wax. And you know, if you paint anything like this and then you want to dirty it up like I like to with the antique wax, make sure, especially the black, is dry, completely dry. I was in a hurry here to get this video done and the black wasn't dry, and I took this baby wipe and I wiped it off, and you know what happened. I know you guys know what happened. It pulled the black, even though I thought the black was dry, it pulled the black right into the white. So I had to repaint it over and over again. I didn't film it. It was quite quite discouraging for me, but anyway. So in this project, unlike the first two that, yay, I finished, this project, I had bought this not too long ago. So this is my first attempt in this. And I finished all three of these. I'm so happy. Anyway, I took the cart and I put the antique wax on it. And I'm just wiping it with a baby wipe. And then when that's dry, because if that's not dry and you're holding it with your fingers, you're going to get what? Fingerprints all over it. So now I'm just painting the wheels in the black. And then now I'm gonna tie this jute. I put some tape around the end and I cut it at an angle and I twisted it so it's easier to get through the little holes here in the cart. And I'm just putting this right back through the holes that the purple ribbon was in. I'm just trying to get it right so it's not pulled really tight, but it's not too loose. And so I had no choice. I couldn't figure out how to hide the knot really, but I figure it's okay. I just turned it around this way. Nobody's going to see it, but if I were to sell it or something, I would just put a bow on it, or I would put probably some kind of a flower on it, and I think that would be super cute. So now I have this little piece of burlap. And I'm just going to glue this right down into the cart. And I'm just putting some Spanish moss in there. There's no rhyme or reason for me doing any of this. I was just kind of playing around with all the little pieces that I pulled together here and kind of, you know, placing them in there. I don't know why Spanish moss is below the nest. I just thought it would be kind of cute, kind of interesting, something different, a filler. I did not want to put eggs in the cart. I didn't want to put a rabbit in the cart. I kind of wanted to make this kind of spring, little Easter, little spring. You can keep this out all year long. You could even put, for Christmas, you could even put like a little poinsettia or something on the sheep. I mean, the ideas are endless. And then I have an abundance of this, can't think of what you call it here. I had it on top of my cupboards, and I have tons and tons of it, a huge garbage bag full of it. Ivy is what it's called. And I'm just putting some ivy in there. And then I glued a butterfly right on the lamb's butt. And this is what it looks like. I love this, you guys. My favorite piece, totally. It's so stinking cute. Here is the before, and here is the after. Okay, and this is the whole shebang, all 3 pieces put together. And that's all I have for you now. I hope I have inspired you in some way. Remember to subscribe, like, share, hype, and all that good stuff. Check out the playlist, and I will be back really soon with some more spring ideas. And until then, you have a blessed week. Bye.